Okay, so I started taking this apart a little bit. I pulled my top tube out by just turning it sideways and sliding it out. That was the reason for the hole in there. Well, one of the reasons. But that came out real easy. And then I took my tube out, which was just a small tube. It slid right out. Still damp inside, so I'm going to be cautious. This piece is not just going to slide out. I'm going to have to take it apart. I thought I'd try, but it's not budging. No chance. So I've got to find some way to take it apart or bend it in, you know, without causing the sides to expand out. There is this inner ring here. Work it down. It's that piece of wood in the bottom. That's going to be the real problem. You may have to get the Dremel tool out and just cut a X across the piece of wood and break it apart. I don't plan on making another one of these, so now it's only been drying for 3 days now. 3 or 2 days, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I did go out and get, oh, I'm sorry, and also, once I get this out, I've taken this from an old heater that I used to have in the basement here that would blow around, and it kept shorting out, so I took the part out that was shorting out, which was the switch, and just hot wired it, and now everything glows bright orange and puts off all kinds of heat. So I'm probably going to take this and hang it above it, way down here. Just blow some low heat in there for a whole day or so, just to slow dry it. I don't want to put it down inside there because I'm afraid that all my wires would then melt if they were down inside there, so I'm just going to stay above it, put a little fan over the top of it, and just blow down. And I'll rig it up somehow with a pipe hanging over the top or something and clamp it to here. Yeah, it took some doing to get that bottom piece out of there. But with my Dremel, I was able to finally just break it to pieces and pop it out of there. Got a little smoke going there. And now I got a lot of sawdust in the bottom of here. I'll vacuum it out and see if I did any damage to the bottom of that. Nothing that can't be repaired if I did. Well, the battery died there. Sorry you missed it. That was a bit of a comedy show trying to pull that thing out of there. And now I've got, you know, some broken stuff on the inside here where I was drilling through. I didn't realize I was drilling that far through. So I've got my whole base is a little mess right now. I'm going to go ahead and vacuum out what's in there. And then I'll patch that. I had to go out and buy another 2 bags of perlite anyway. I was down to that much left, and that would not have been enough for the lid. So I've got to put together a batch for the lid. Bought 2 more bags of perlite. At $5 a bag, this is going to be a little bit of an expensive project. That'd be bag number 6. Got the whole lid to still do. And I think that'll work really well, putting that in and let it dry like that. Just letting the heat dry. But like I said, I've got to patch the bottom out, so I'm going to vacuum that out right now and see how much damage we actually did with that drill bit. I'll be right back once I get that vacuumed out. Let's see what I have here. Alright, so I pulled that out of there with the vacuum. Here's full zoom. It's about the best of zoom I can get so I'm not blocking any light. Not really. And I started to, the vacuum actually was pulling away some pieces that are loose. You can see how loose some of this is right here. Just very loose. I mean, very flexible stuff right now. Nothing's really cured down inside here very much. It's very soft. You can see, I can see a white line where it's drier on the bottom and moisture on top. I don't know if that's because I switched how much I was putting in there or what, or if the heat's starting to dry it from the bottom up. Not sure, but I broke away a lot of my bottom down here. So what I'm going to do is probably patch that all up pretty good, so I have a nice flat base for my crucible to sit on. Okay, the base is now completely resealed, Nice flat surface. I still got a piece of that tubing that I ran in from the side. I ran some from the center, and that'll give me a nice hole for run out if I ever blow out the bottom. Okay, control zooming out there. Now I have the lid all full, and we'll allow it to dry. Clean it up after it dries. And it's a little flimsy on top still. I don't like that, but because of the unsturdiness of my table here, making it hard to press it down and get it to stay flat. I got it viced in on one side, and the other side just got a piece of wedged underneath of it, so I'm not sure what I can do to make it any flatter than that, but that's what it is for now. When it's all done, we'll vacuum off the excess and then, like I said, seal it with Alright, this is my cheapo way of attempting to dry Foundry. I turn more lights on, but too many lights and the breaker blows. So I think it pulls too much amperage, I guess. So I've got my little fan sitting on top of a metal bar, on top of my hammock frame, just plugged in and going. Doesn't have any up down, so it's just running full throttle on the heat. So it did such a good job at drying the bucket that now I'm going to try it on the lid for a little while and see how it does. It really is just a heater. It doesn't get that hot, but it is a little unsafe looking. I can hold my hand under here for a few minutes actually, so I'm guessing it's 85, 90 degrees. But better than what my basement currently is, which is about 50. So just trying to help it dry a little bit. That's all.